Hello and welcome to EastMojo, my report, where we bring you all the latest happenings and developments from the east and northeast of India. This is Tripura correspondent Chandan Pandey, and today I will be your host. So we are also joined by the other correspondent. We have Vangamla Sally joining us from Manipur. We have Virani Sonwal Lepcha joining us from Itanagar, and Princess will be joining us shortly. So first we'll go to Itanagar, where Irani will be giving us today's update. Let's get the COVID updates for the day from Arunachal Pradesh. Irani.
Hi, Chandan. So, if we look into the data which was provided by the health department yesterday evening, we can see that the capital complex is at the top with 830 active cases. And within a span, after the lockdown was lifted, we can see the surge in the number of COVID-19 cases in the capital complex of Arunachal Pradesh. And if we talk about the capital complex, the areas which comes under capital complex Itanagar, Naharlagan, Nirjuli and Bandardewa. And as of now, it has 830 active cases and only 1,753 people have recovered so far. And after capital complex, it's West Siang with 170 active cases and 215 people have already recovered so far. If we look into the overall data, the total number of active cases in the state of Arunachal Pradesh is 1,939. 5,643 people have already recovered, and with 13 deaths, the state tally is at 7,595. Chandan.
Right, Irani. Thank you so much for that COVID update for the day. So now I'll be giving you the COVID updates from the state of Mizoram, which has already set an example for the rest of India and Northeast. To be very specific, the state has reported a total of 1,691 confirmed COVID-19 case. The state presently has a total of 668 active case, while the number of recovered cases in the state now stands at 1,023, while patient whose samples were tested and later they transferred from the state, which is the migrated number, stands at 2, and no death has been reported so far from the state of Mizoram, which has exceptionally fought against this COVID-19 virus, we must say. So this is something coming out from the state of Mizoram. Also, to speak about the total overall activities that we have seen so far in the northeastern region. Yesterday, I was giving an COVID-19 update where I said that Tripura's COVID-19 fatality rate stands at the top by with 1.11 percentage, followed by Sikkim and other states. But Mizoram has not reported a single death. That's why Mizoram's figures has been as below as 1,000 and 1,691. So now I'll be heading to Manipur, where Sally will give us today's COVID-19 update first. Sally.
Thank you so much, Chandan. Yeah, we haven't received the update of last 24 hours, but let me give of yesterday. So yesterday, another 116 new COVID-19 positive were registered. So with this, the total confirmed cases in Manipur stands right now at 9,010. Out of this, yesterday's new COVID-19 cases, 87 are reported from the general populations, and 29 belongs to the security personnel from the Central Police Forces. So out of these, yesterday, another 71 discharged from the COVID care centers. So even the total recovered cases of COVID-19 has risen to 6,838. And in fact, the recovery rate has gone down because as on yesterday, the recovery rate was somewhere around 76. But now on yesterday's latest update, the recovery rate stands at 71.89%. Right now, as apart from the recovery rate, 1,829 remain as an active cases, out of which 291 belongs to the security forces. And even yesterday, two more COVID-related deaths were reported from Imphal West. One was declared dead at Reams Hospital, and the other one was reported from the Chenims Hospital. So the total COVID-19 death toll now has risen to 59 as of now in Manipur. Apart from the COVID-19 updates, the State Department has also issued latest SOB for those arrivals coming by flight. that before arriving by flight, they need to uh, register themselves on the website where they have to apply for the e-pass if they wanted to, from the airport till their home, if they wanted to travel by their own vehicle or by hired vehicles. For those people who are not applying for the e-pass, they will continue with the state transport facility that has been provided by various district administrations, where they will be, transporting to the one center where they have to do a testing. So accordingly, if they are tested negative, then they would be sent home for the home quarantine. If not, those who are tested positive would be sending for the COVID care centers. So these are the latest development when it comes to COVID-19 from Manipur. Chandan.
Right, Sally, thank you for that update. So I'll get back to you, but before that, I will be giving the COVID updates from the other states of the Northeast. So, giving you the COVID details for the day from the state of Sikkim. Sikkim has reported so far a total of 2,447 confirmed COVID-19 case. The number of deaths in Sikkim has further increased, and now it stands at 29, while the number of active cases stands at 513. The recovered number stands at 1,905. So the number of death has increased in Sikkim, and we know the reason. Sikkim was one of the states which had not reported a single case until the time people started returning back to their state from the rest of the India. And later on, what happened, we have witnessed in the rest of the Northeast, where the states of the Northeast had not reported a single case until the end of April, or in the mid of April, when people started coming back. The numbers suddenly, all of a sudden, started taking a surge, and now we can see the numbers in all the states. However, we must speak about Sikkim and Mizoram, how they have performed really well against this COVID-19 virus. Moving further now, I will be giving you the COVID updates from the state of Nagaland, since Meadow is not joining us today. So Nagaland has reported a total of 5,579 confirmed COVID-19 case. The number of active cases in the state now stands at 1,089, while the number of recovered cases in the state of Nagaland stands at 4,451, and the COVID death has increased and it stands at 10 in Nagaland. So this is the COVID update from Nagaland. Now to give you the COVID update from the state of Assam. Assam has reported so far a total of 1,59,320 confirmed cases, while the number of active cases now in the state stands at 29,609. The number of recovered cases stands at 1,29,130, while the COVID death toll has further increased and now it stands at 578, and 3% who tested positive and later migrated from the state of Assam. So we know how some state had fought against this virus, and we also saw after in the mid of the April, when people started returning back, there was a huge chaos in all the northeastern state. People wanted to come back. Then the Supreme Court ordered all the state government to prepare arrangement for them. People who want to return back to their state, arrangements must be done. So people had to come back to their state. So accordingly, when people started coming back, there were arrangements done for the people to keep them on home quarantine center. But however, later what we saw, although the government, no state government admits that the community transmission has started, but when we speak about the numbers, we can certainly say that yes, it has started, and that's why the numbers has crossed more than 1.5 lakh mark in Assam. Also, to speak about the other development coming in from Assam today, the Assam Chief Minister Sarvanan Sonowal has today finally said that the Assam police will conduct a re-exam of SI recruitment. So what happened is, we had done this story earlier, and I would request our viewers to search for www.eastmojo.com, and you will get all the stories that we have done so far. The story is about Amlan Jyoti Das has written the story, and it is already live on our website. Assam Chief Minister said that has directed the chairman of state level police recruitment board to conduct a retest, because soon after the commencement of the exam, the paper had leaked, and then the exam was cancelled. So now, after taking the review of the situation, the Assam Chief Minister Mr. Sonwal has finally said that the exam will be conducted again, and direction has been given. The copy is already live. I would request our viewers to read that copy. Now I'll go back to Sally in Manipur, where she has done another copy, which was earlier we had discussed on this, that alleged murder and during a bank robbery. So weapon used for bank robbery and murder has been recovered. Could you tell us about this, Sally?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Chandan, once again. Yes, as per the latest development on the ongoing investigations when it comes to the bank robbery that happened on September 4 in Senapati, sorry, not in Senapati, in Churachandpur district. So the police sources had informed that the weapon, the specific weapon that was used on the alleged the murder case that happened right in front of the SBI bank has been recovered from one of the suspected person that has been arrested by the police. So three suspected persons belonging to the Writers Safeguard Group, which in fact, this Writers Safeguard Group is responsible for filling of cash in various of the SBI ATMs in and around Churachandpur town. So, out of these three suspected, the weapons, the specific revolver, which is a licensed revolver, belongs to the one of the suspected the persons identified to be as Mr. Konkam Prochan Singh. So, according to the police sources, the Mr. Konkam, in fact, Mr. Prochan, sorry, Mr. Prochan was the one who master planned regarding the robbery as well as the conspiracy of killing the security guards identified as Mr. Arampam. Ironically, the victim who was killed on that day was also belongs to the same company where this three suspected who is under the police custody at the moment. So, as per the sources, Mr. Prochan was the one who master planned the robbery. However, two more accomplices were helping him out in order to carry out the specific robbery that happens on September 4. In fact, during the investigations, the police also recovered another rupees 20 lakh from one of the person who is under the police custody right now. So that shows that yes, definitely they are the one who were carried out the specific murder case as well as the robbery incident, which was happening in a broad daylight on September 4. Apart from that, even during the investigations, those three persons had also revealed that they had been involved in various money laundering that's happening over the last 5 years, where they have, amounting to rupees 2 crore for their personal gain. So in fact, not only the police are suspecting that not only the three person who are under police custody at the moment, but there would be, a larger record that is happening in around the town. So they are still investigating right now, and they're trying to ascertain who are the actual person who is actually, managing the whole record that's happening in the state itself. Chandan.
Right. Thank you, Sally, for that update. And I think with this, the it's a wrap from Manipur. And now I'll be giving you the updates from Tripura. Tripura has reported so far a total of 22,831 confirmed COVID-19 case. Presently, the number of active case in the state stands at 6,700, and the number of recovered case in the state stands at 15,860, while COVID-19 deaths has further increased and now it stands at 248, and number of person who migrated stands at 23. Just to give you a short brief about the COVID situation in Tripura. The Tripura government had called upon the center. They had wrote to the health ministry, who later sent three expert doctors to state for 10 days, who went on to visit all the COVID care centers in the district level and also the state's lone COVID-19 hospital, that is Govind Ballapand Hospital. So after taking stock of the district level hospitals and the state's lone COVID hospital, they had found some of the main reasons behind the sudden surge of COVID-19. They had said that people did not adhere to social distancing protocol, they did not wear face mask in public place, and the last reason which was found behind the sudden number of deaths was that people reported lately in the hospital nearby to their place, because most of the people have now started opting for home isolation. So a time comes when it gets out of their control, and within 24 hours after getting admitted to the hospital, they have succumbed to this virus. So the government has now said that all the district level hospital will be equipped with ventilators and all the infrastructure required to provide treatment to COVID-19 patient. And they have also suggested and sought support from people. The government has said that whoever feels that he needs an immediate treatment, they should rush to the hospital and not await there at their home isolation, because remaining in home isolation is good only till the time they feel okay. But since this COVID-19 virus is something which is related to respiratory problems, so they should rush to the nearest COVID care center. And if they fall short of oxygen, that can be provided from the COVID care center. And also they can come to GBP, that is Govind Pant Hospital. Also to inform that recently the West District Magistrate in a press conference he has confirmed that in last 3 months there were over 3,000 social functions which led to the sudden surge of COVID-19 surge in the West District, particularly if I speak, because of the total COVID-19 case that we have reported and the deaths, more than 50% case have been reported from West District particularly. So this was one of the prime reason behind the sudden surge and COVID-19 death in the state of Tripura. So now in other update from Tripura government, we know there was a single day session of a monsoon session in the Legislative Assembly where 10 bills, including 6 ordinance bills, were passed in the State Legislative Assembly on Monday. This also includes an important bill which the state government claims it will change the criteria of giving service to the citizen. So we know the Tripura government is providing currently a total of 24 kind of service to the people, which includes PRTC, permanent resident certificate, ST/SC certificate, merit certificate, and other government documents which generally we require as a citizen of a nation or as a citizen of a state. So all these services require a certain amount of time. We often feel what when we visit the government office to get a certificate, sometimes we fall prey to the harassment because an official keeps on giving dates, date after date. So people keeps on visiting the office and they don't have any other option. So now what the government has done is they have passed a new bill which will ensure that the people get their certificate and the service within a stipulated time, which means under the new bill, which is the Tripura Guaranteed Service to Citizens Act 2020, it will ensure that a citizen who has applied for a certificate or for a service from the state government, he gets his service within a time frame. Speaking with EastMojo, Law and Parliamentary Minister Ratan Lal Nath, he confirmed that there will be a time frame given for each and every service, and once the time frame is over and the concerned officer who is responsible to provide the service, if he failed to do so, a fine amount would be taken from his salary, which will be somewhat around rupees 20 for each day, and consecutively it will keep on going for 20 rupees on every alternative day, and the fine amount will be a maximum of rupees 500 for each case, each case. So what we can take out from here is that now the government has decided that it will help the people by ensuring that a service is provided to the people within the time frame, and if somebody doesn't do that, then we can complain to the higher authority and we will be compensated for not getting the service on time. So this the Tripura Guaranteed Services Act will ensure that people get their service on time. Many other bills were also passed in the one-day monsoon session, where the opposition CPIM legislature, who are at a total of 16 out of the 60 MLAs that we have in Tripura Legislative Assembly, they walked out protesting against the bills which were placed, and the opposition leaders were not given a chance to speak in the one-day monsoon assembly. However, this is not only in the case of Tripura. We have also seen in other states like Nagaland, Manipur, the session was for a single day, and in case of Assam, it was for 2 days. But the legislatures were present in a number of 50%. That is, the 50% of the total legislature were present in the assembly, and there were no Q&A session in any of the assemblies this time due to the COVID-19 virus. So, however, the CPM legislature had decided to walk out, but since BJP IPFT government had got their majority, the 10 bills were passed, which includes the Tripura Water Board Bill 2020, the Tripura State Goods and Service Act 2020, the Industrial Dispute Tripura Second Amendment Bill, among other 7 bills which were passed yesterday. And another update coming in from Tripura and the whole of Northeast, which will be shortly live. The Union Ministry of Law and Justice, in the written response to the Lok Sabha yesterday, they had said that a total of 58,136 cases are pending in 5 high courts of Northeast. So among these 5 states, in Assam, in Guwahati High Court, a total of more than 50,000 cases are pending in Guwahati High Court, followed by in Manipur, it is 4,170 pending case in the High Court. In Tripura, it is 2,127 pending case. And in Sikkim, it is the least number of cases in any of the northeastern states, and in India, that is 240 cases are pending in the High Court of Sikkim. So this copy will be shortly live, and with this, I think it's a wrap from Tripura as well. Now, before wrapping up, we'll give you the COVID updates from the state of Meghalaya, since Princess is not being able to join us due to some internet connectivity issue. So Manipur has reported a total of 2,100. Meghalaya has reported a total of 2,169 confirmed cases. The number of recovered cases in the state of Meghalaya stands at 2,527, while the number of deaths stands at 37. So this is the COVID updates from Meghalaya. So with this, I think we come to an end for today's my report, and whatever stories we have discussed so far is either live or will be shortly live on our website. You can search us on www.eastmojo.com. You can also reach us at editors@eastmojo.com. I would also request our viewers to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon on YouTube, so to get all the videos that we keep on posted on our website and our different social media platforms. Before going signing off from Agartala, I would request all our viewers to, if you go through anything which you feel is fishy and it should be authenticated, you can send it across editors@eastmojo.com. We will get it verified and we'll get you the other side of the story. And if it is very not very much necessary, don't step out of your house because the COVID virus is still with us. Wear your mask, use sanitizer, and stay at home. This is Chandan Pandey from Agartala. Remember, it's eastmojo.com.